Hey everyone, welcome to our BB Canada 12 cast assessment video.
Oh, hi.
Hey, it's a
Pretty
little bit
sick,
different
so
this
we had to
season.
do this.
I have COVID. I'm on like day blah, 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 7,
Six,
6 or
seven.
7. I think
Okay.
it's 7. I'm going through it. I'm sorry that this is what it is, but this is the best we can do. I hope my
It is
brain
what
is
it
working.
is.
Yeah, we are very excited to talk about this new cast. Of course, there were so many rumors spreading leading up to this, like, oh my God, it's All Stars, live feeds are coming back. Nope, it's neither of those things.
I thought for sure it was All Stars, but that's because they played us with that star on the floor in the leaked photo.
They did. They
Um,
had that picture with the big star, and everyone was like, oh my God. There was that golden gummy bear, and everyone's like, holy crap, Marty's coming back. But, I mean, maybe he is. We don't know. But
Monty.
yeah, apparently there is a Hollywood theme for this season,
Oh.
which honestly I'm kind of pumped for because the Oscars are coming up, and it's no lie that we love Hollywood. So,
Well,
so that's
there,
exciting.
there are two All Stars coming back.
Yes,
We have
two
not released the
All-Stars.
entire cast.
We're not going to find out who those two are until premiere night, which is March 5th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's a Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes.
But I'm wanting to know who these all-stars are. Do you think it's actually going to be all-stars, or do you think it's like maybe two people from season 8 who are getting another chance since their season was cut short? Like, what do you think?
I really hope it's going to be Kevin and Karen.
Which Kevin? Either way, but
Kevin, the most recent winner.
Kevin Jacobs.
I would love to see him and Karen interact. Karen Singbill.
That would be a
Karen
lot of
is
fun.
such a gem. She's a diamond, a cut diamond,
Mhm.
and Kevin is just amazing.
Yeah.
Kevin, I consider the Canadian Dr. Will.
Whoa, that's high praise.
That's right.
I mean, he's definitely up there. His gameplay was masterful. But I think like what also sets Kevin apart from other players is that he remembered this is a TV show. People want to be entertained. So not only was he playing an amazing game, but he was also putting on a show for all of us, right?
Right.
So we need people like that.
You remember though how many times Kevin was snatched from the jaws of death?
Yeah, even that first week he was in danger.
Yeah. And then towards the end, it was like, oh, he's not going to make it. And like 3 or 4 times he was on the chopping block and
Yeah.
he escaped. So, like, it does take luck. And a lot of people, especially in this cast, because I feel like, spoiler alert, it's kind of full of recruits.
Mm,
They just think that you can power your way through as a comp beast and not really rely on the stars aligning and a little bit of luck to be on your side.
yeah. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Did I mention my brain is not fully working right now? Oh,
Hey.
I was gonna say this has fully become a Kevin Jacobs Stan stream video.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think we gave Kevin enough praise during his season or
We
thereafter.
praised
So
him quite a bit.
we didn't praise him like we should.
Well, before we dive into this new cast, because we do have we have 12 newbies to talk about. I do want to mention,
dozen.
yeah, a dozen, and not a baker's dozen, only a non-baker's dozen.
Let's start with the first one.
Wait. I just want to mention that the schedule has changed a bit this season.
Oh.
Yeah. The episodes are going to be on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I don't remember the times because they're really weird, but
I think the times are changing too, like from week to week.
The times they are changing. Yeah. Even the first week is different than the regular schedule. Like the Wednesday show this coming week is going to be on at like 10. But then it's going to switch to the night. I know, right? Like, I don't know if that's happening that night. It's not someone's birthday, but that's a whole other thing. So, yeah, I don't know yet. But the times are weird. So make sure you, like, look that up before, just so you know what to expect. But anyway,
That Wednesday show we might be doing it Thursday morning.
Right, we might be just for this week because again,
Right.
it's his birthday and it's really late. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk about the 12 newbies.
All right. Up first, Avery.
Ooh.
She's from Selkirk, Manitoba, and she's a videographer. So she knows all about find your light, find your angles.
Yes.
She's a hype girl.
Videographer and photographer. So that's fun. There are a lot of like creative people on this cast, I feel like. Or at least a few.
Yeah. She'll throw some comps if she has to. Although I'm not exactly sure she will.
I'm not convinced because there's so many people that go into it saying that, and then they're just like, I'm too competitive. I can't throw anything.
Yeah. Well, she's not looking for showmance because she's got a girlfriend and she wants everyone to know that she loves being gay and she loves to look gay. And I think that's great.
Yeah, sounds great.
You know, it works for her.
Yeah.
She also loves poutine at every meal.
Oh my God, that's so much poutine. I don't think I've ever actually had like real poutine before.
I did when I was a teenager. We went up to Canada.
Assessment.
I mean, it was pretty good. It was like cheese curds and
gravy.
Yeah.
Not really a big resounding approval.
I mean, it was okay if you like that. You like squeegee cheesies? You know, it's like when you get fresh mozzarella and, you know, it has like that squidginess like on your teeth. That's like what the poutine is.
I don't know if I can get into this. I mean, we're also vegan, so it'd be kind of hard to do that. But anyway, her strategy I got a kick out of because part of her strategy is being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, which I think is hilarious, and I love that.
Yeah.
She also described herself as the ultimate hype girl. Yeah. I'm sorry, whenever I think of like a hype person, I think of like Lil Jon. Okay.
She's been physically preparing for this show. She's not just walking into the show. She's been working on her endurance. She's been doing pretend comps, I guess. I don't know.
She seems very physically fit. There are a lot of people on this cast that are very physically fit. Yeah.
Isn't that like a requirement when you live in Canada? Doesn't everybody
play
hockey?
I mean, you have to at least be vaguely interested in it, right? It's kind of a requirement.
I mean, it's like the national sport, right?
I don't know. It might be. Probably, right?
Yeah. She was one of the only people on the cast that mentioned some former house guests. She said that she really admired Spicy V and Ika Wong and Erica. She's also got some big plans for the money if she wins. She really wants to buy her girlfriend a car.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think a lot of the cast was also confused about honesty, integrity.
Yeah, I mean, because they have those two questions back to back at the bottom of the interviews. And we're just going off of the interviews that we saw, the written interviews on the Big Brother Canada website, as well as the like minute and a half long clips that they provided. We didn't see any interviews anywhere from any like media outlets. ET Canada is no longer a thing, so there wasn't any of that. So
well, there was that 1 5-minute video.
Like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Right. So we don't have a ton to go off of here. This is very much first impressions, but she did mention she wants to be a great player without giving up her values. She wants to win in a nice way. I'm not into the whole in a nice way thing. Like, no, just play the game.
I found that hilarious because then she called everybody else on the cast losers.
Oh. Honestly, I don't think she's like a mean person. I think she's being playful. She seems really nice. I think that she's going to be really good socially. So
she does seem like a large personality, though. Like she's going to be loud.
All right. Well, let's talk about our next house guest, Bailey. She's 34. She's from Halifax, Nova Scotia. and she's a bartender.
Again, older cast.
Yes. Woo, we love it.
Mhm.
Older, 1 year older than me.
Well, what can I say? You're getting to be up there now.
I was just joking before because we were trying so hard to figure out how we were going to record this, and then it's two dinosaurs trying to figure out technology here. You have no idea how long this took to set up.
If this comes off and is watchable in any means, it's a miracle.
Yeah.
All right. She's from Halifax, Nova Scotia. She's a bartender.
We did this.
We did?
Yeah.
Did you say she was a firecracker?
No, that's where we're at.
And she is unfiltered and waiting to explode?
Oh boy. Honestly, I see her getting into it with people.
She better do the rap in the HOH room. Otherwise, she's out. She is also in a relationship.
Yes, she has a girlfriend, and she is a bisexual.
Bisexual. She's
We
not
love the LGBTQ representation. Big Brother Canada always does a good job of that.
I love it.
Yes.
I am hoping 1 year for an all queer cast.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be amazing.
I just think it's important because I feel like on BBUS, there's always like the token gay person. So it's just nice to see more than one, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But anyway, her strategy, she says she wants to influence things behind the scenes until she has to like really buckle down and start dominating towards the end. And this is a strategy that we hear season after season, right? Everyone's like, I'm going to lay low and then I'm going to turn it up and build up my resume towards the end. Does it always go down that way? No.
I want to be underestimated.
I mean, that's honestly smart gameplay.
She also is interested in Rubik's Cube, just like Avery.
Yes, they have that in common. So
do you think that was like a choice that they gave them? You know, because they were probably like, hey, what's the secret talent you have?
Yeah, I don't think that it was a choice, but it's definitely interesting that they both brought it up.
Yeah.
So
can you solve a Rubik's Cube?
Can I?
Yeah.
I have not touched a Rubik's Cube in many, many years. No. I would like to. I mean, I feel like once you have the algorithm, you can do it, but I've never
been able to do it.
I've done one. Oh, yeah?
In like 2 minutes.
It's pretty impressive.
I read a book about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's pretty simple once you realize.
That's what I'm saying. You got to know the algorithm and then you can get it. But she said she wants to be the biggest baddie female to ever play. And honestly, her video clip, I was like, I could see it. She's got the personality for it to be like a baddie.
But is it too bad?
I think she's going to be stepping on people's toes because like we said earlier, she does not have a filter. She's not going to be afraid to tell people about themselves and like what it is.
Didn't she call herself a bitch? Did
she?
I thought so.
I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I can solve a Rubik's Cube.
She can blow up, but she is 10 out of 10, competitive comp beast.
Pretty much almost everybody in this cast said that they were competitive. There were probably like 2 or 3 people who did not say they were competitive.
She seems very abrasive.
Yeah, but this was interesting because she was like, I'm not letting any men get near that final 4. She said it's gonna be girls and gays all the way. I
mean, great.
I mean, we'll see. Everybody always wonders, is this the season that there's gonna be a powerful women's alliance?
Girl/women.
Yeah,
female.
we'll see. She's not afraid to speak her mind.
Or should I say female energy?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I could see her getting into some trouble in this
again. The honesty and the integrity, confusing situation with those questions on.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what exactly the wording of those questions was. It was like manipulative or like straightforward honesty.
Right.
And then the next one after that was like win at all costs or like keep your integrity. So people were like mix matching the answers and it was just like, I don't know. Oh, Lammy's here.
Oh, is she?
Yes, she's chowing down.
She's crunching.
All right. Let's go to our next house guest.
Dennis.
Dennis.
Because that's I love that name because that's how you pronounce Dennis. Dennis.
Well, he's 48. He's from Toronto, Ontario. A lot of people from Ontario and Toronto this season. A lot of East Coasters.
He's the oldest, isn't he?
He's definitely one of them. I think there's somebody else in their 40s, but I think you're right. I think he is the oldest.
The other lady in her 40s is 44.
All right. Well, Dennis is a textile designer.
Love it.
That's a lot of fun.
Yes. And his clothes in the interviews and in the photos and everything were fabulous.
Plus he has blue hair, which is super fun.
That is fun. He did say he looked like John Ritter though, and I think Dennis, you need to get your glasses checked.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't know. I love John Ritter. I think that Dennis seems great so far. I don't know that I see the resemblance. A lot of people had questionable celebrity resemblances listed, and it just makes us think of Love is Blind with the whole Megan Fox thing.
You lied. You don't look like Megan Fox.
Yeah, we're also not caught up on this week's episodes yet because we wanted to watch it together, so we haven't watched it yet, but we'll watch that soon. But yeah,
he's a super fan.
Yeah, he's a super fan, which is legit. Awesome.
He's a legit super fan.
Yes. He also mentioned he has a partner. He called himself an elder queer. So, I mean, it's only natural to think maybe there could be some sort of a queer alliance in the makings. I mean, our first 3 house guests here are all LGBTQ+. So,
right.
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah. I know. We got so excited thinking, oh, is the next person going to be queer too? This would be amazing. But
right.
Sadly, it ended with Dennis. He's gonna fly under the radar. Thank you. He's not gonna go guns blazing straight to hell.
Yeah, his strategy, he wants to build an alliance of people who appear to be floaters, right? Not necessarily actually, I think he means coasters, but you know, he wants them to be underestimated. He also mentioned like a multi-layer alliance, which reads onion alliance to me. You know, when you have like the core, then you add on 2 more people, like 2 more, which we've been seeing over and over for the last few years. And of course, it's a very smart strategy. It makes sense.
Natural strategy.
We've seen it be successful. It's just
you don't want to be on the outside of the onion.
Well, also, I'm just tired of it. Like, I'm no more. It's so boring to watch at this point.
Do you think his loudness and outgoingness is going to translate into entertaining, or do you think it's going to translate into abrasiveness in terms of the other house guests?
I hope it's going to be entertaining. What we've seen from him so far, I think reads charismatic, entertaining. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know. He really wants to play this game, and he's not worried about like keeping up his social media after, you know, that's something that a lot of people
like,
I don't want to do this, right? Because I want to have a lucrative social media presence after, you know what I mean? Like,
I want to parlay this into a career.
Right. So, he's also just an interesting guy. He's got over 200 Transformers, which is like, what?
Do you think he's going to be a villain? I think he's too nice to be a villain.
No, he seems so nice, but he said he would like to be a villain.
He might like to be a villain, but I don't know if he's capable of being a villain.
Yeah, as far as competitions go, he did say he could be a puzzle pup. You know, he sees puzzles as his strength, mission-wise.
As opposed to a comp beast, a puzzle pup.
I guess so.
He had me when he said he wanted a whole man's.
Oh,
and then it said WHOLE man's.
Very important distinction.
Yes, but he is also open to a bromance or a flirtmance if necessary.
Right, but no showmance, of course.
No, of course not. He's got his partner.
Right.
I'm interested to see if he can pull off villain.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I
love a good villain.
Too nice, right?
Yeah.
Likeable, but
really nice.
Maybe he's got some tricks up his sleeves. Who knows? All right.
Next up, we have Donna, 26, from Hubbard's, Nova Scotia.
Oh,
she's an artist.
she is. She is. I just thought of Toy Story. She's an artist.
She's also she also has a degree in finance.
Right. She actually was working in finance. This is interesting. And then in 2021, she realized, I don't really like this. And she also realized she can make money selling her paintings. And the paintings that they showed were gorgeous. She's obviously very talented.
She doesn't have to sell her soul to the finance people. She can just enjoy her life, express herself.
Yes.
She's also going to use her sexy.
Oh, she is single. She said she wants a showmance, maybe two.
Yeah.
And she will
She's
flirt.
very pretty. She's very pretty.
Oh, yeah, gorgeous.
I mean, this is a beautiful cast.
Mm-hmm.
She was also a former wrestler, not professional. I think like in school or something.
Like actual wrestling.
Like real wrestling, like Greco-Roman wrestling, which I didn't even know that like was available for women to do, but
that's wild.
It is wild.
I cannot picture her as a wrestler, but yeah, obviously super physically fit, competitive, wants to compete. How do you think she's going to do socially?
I think it's going to be tough for her to tolerate the other people because I feel like she has a low tolerance for weenie babies and complainers because she said so. And there's going to probably be a lot of complaining. There always is. Pancake Gate or Waffle Gate, whatever it was.
Waffle Gate, legendary. She did say that she's down to lie, DTL. So don't have to worry about that.
You get a recruit vibe off of her?
Yeah. I don't get the feeling that she knows a ton about the strategy aspect of this game from what we heard. But again, we've only seen such short interview clips, or not even interview clips. They're like intro clips and the, the written interviews, but
right.
I don't know. I feel like she's a recruit. For sure.
I'm getting a recruit waft up.
Definitely see her here for a showmance. Like I think the casting group was like, let's get some showmance possibility here.
Well, do you think she would have a showmance with Elijah?
Hey, you never know. He seems like a really nice guy.
He does seem like a nice guy, a fun guy, not a mushroom to hang out with.
He's 31.
Oh, okay. Take it away.
All right. 31 from North Bay, Ontario. He is an ESL teacher. And when we saw that, I was like, oh, I wonder if he's going to like speak sign language with anybody else in the house. Like, I wonder if anybody else signs. And you were like, ESL, not ASL. Well, is there a Canadian sign language or like?
Well, yeah, because ASL is American Sign Language.
No, I know. I'm curious like what the differences are between the two.
There must be Canadian too.
Right. Well, this is English as a second language. Again, my brain is not fully functioning right now.
I love how nerdy and quirky he is.
Yes.
I live for that. He also has a very distinct Revenge of the Nerds laugh.
Oh my God, Louis Skolnick to the max. That other guy, like who we're gonna talk about later, was like, oh yeah, I think it was cast for my laugh. No, this guy was cast for his laugh.
Yeah.
His laugh was wild.
He's also into manga. Do you think he's dating his OS?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, it's because he says he's single. He's single.
Oh. Yeah. He is a super fan, which is exciting. And his strategy is to find a ride or die. And he wants to pretty much get into different groups. You know, he wants to be in one group and then have his ride or die be in another group. And then they can kind of like divide and conquer and influence things from opposite sides of the house, which is all great in theory, of course. But does it always go down that way? No. We'll see.
His personality is very enthusiastic and hilarious. And he really likes hot tubs. How much would you pee in a diaper? if he had like this raging showmance with like the hottest girl on the show, and like it was for real, just like in Revenge of the Nerds, like where
Oh my God, isn't there like a hot tub scene in Revenge of the Nerds too? Or did I
something
just
like
make that
that.
up? I might have
No,
just made
no, it was on the moon.
that up. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Eddie, whatever, basically did it with the nerd on the moon, and she thought it was the other guy. Isn't that like
See,
rape?
that's like really problematic.
Yeah, it's on so many levels.
That does not hold up.
No, no,
So hopefully not that, but hopefully like a legit thing.
a legit one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could get behind that. He also loves books. He's really proud of
Right.
his book collection, and I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, that movie didn't age well on so many levels.
Yeah.
Not even the sequel. No. All right. So he's been working out,
Oh my God, the little montage they showed. Not the
running up and
sound
down the
effects
stairs.
with the weights.
Yep. Do you think he's capable of lying, cheating, and stealing?
I think it's possible, right? He said he wants to be a master manipulator and he will try to win at all costs. So at least those two answers lined up.
I feel like he's lovable in a nerdy kind of way, and I think they will not view him as a threat. So I think they might keep him around, or they may just he may be the first boot because they're going to be like, well, he's just an easy boot.
We were talking about this earlier. I feel like it's going to go one of two ways. Like you said, he could fly under the radar. Everyone's like, oh, it's just Elijah. Like he's so lovable, blah, blah, blah. Or they may see that he's like nerdy and think he's going to have the most bomb strategy. We got to get him out of here early and he's going to be an early target. So it's hard to say how everyone's going to react to him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's probably going to be loved by the cast. I think they're going to underestimate him. I think they're going to see all these other muscle dudes and be like, we got to take them out first.
Yeah. I hope you're right, because I really I think I'm going to enjoy watching him.
I think so too.
So I don't want to see him get cut.
Okay.
All right. Up next, Ibrahim.
Yes. Ibrahim.
34, a year older than you. From Vancouver, British Columbia.
Okay.
He's a sales engineer. What the F is that?
We're trying to figure out what that was earlier. I don't know if it's like a marketing thing. I don't know.
Is it made up?
He does seem to have that like salesman
mist
vibe. I don't know if it's working on anybody, but he has it.
He's 6'6". I think it's going to be interesting to see the difference between him and what was his name? Elijah?
Elijah. No. I don't know how tall Elijah is. He could be a tall nerd. I don't know.
Oh, it is Elijah. I wonder what, like, that can't be good for like endurance.
Well, usually they adjust.
Yeah, but still.
I don't know. You never know. It's good in some ways, and it's going to be a hindrance in others. He might not fit in the beds. We've seen that before.
That's true. Joel's too long for these.
I really hope, I mean, this is probably not going to happen, but imagine if Tim was one of the people coming back, one of the All-Stars. That'd be everything.
I don't think they would choose somebody from a different country when there's only two coming back.
I also feel like Tim may have kind of moved on from that. I don't know.
Good for him. Tim did his service. He was very entertaining in all of the seasons that he was on.
I think he was still on another season of Australia.
Yeah, 2 seasons of Australia and 1 season of Canada, right?
But I mean, like in the last few years, like after Canada.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I don't know if he's coming. I don't know if he'd come back. But anyway,
that would be amazing. But it's too much to hope for.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
No, Ibrahim is single.
Yes,
and he really wants a showmance. Equals.
He says he's the whole package. I mean, we'll see. He keeps talking about how charismatic he is.
What a great personality and how charming. Yeah, okay. We'll be the judge of that. But he's also competitive and a comp beast.
Mm-hmm.
He's no puzzle pup.
He could very well be very charismatic, but when people like kind of like shove that down your throat and they say like, I'm a really charismatic person, I'm like, I've turned into a high school English teacher. Show, don't tell, right? Like,
Exactly.
I want to see the
Exactly.
evidence of it.
Exactly. He wants to give the money to his mom. Anything he wins, this is for his mom.
That's nice.
That is very nice. I think his mom was a single mom, and
Okay.
he just wants to give back, which is great because I'm sure she sacrificed a lot for him and his sibling.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I'm like kind of getting, oh no, I don't want to say this, but like Ty vibes. Not
Well,
on, but like last season Ty maintenance. I don't want that. We don't want another one like that. Another person like that. I can't
all
do
right.
another Ty maintenance.
Well, he's
Sweatshirt
afraid of
date.
skunks. Was Ty afraid of skunks?
I don't know.
You know who's afraid of skunks? My dog.
Yeah. I mean, with good reason, you don't want to get sprayed.
Well, I mean, he had to go pee before and he wouldn't go out because there was a bird in the yard.
Oh, poor Bubby.
Said, not for you. All right. Don't cross him though, because he might be charming and lovable on the outside, but he's got a dark side too.
I have to say,
Recruit.
yes. And also, I have to say, pretty much all of the people that we suspect to be recruits, like half or more of their little intro videos were about like being in a showmance or how they're single. So it feels very much like we recruited this person because we want them to be in a showmance.
Were they were they like bachelorette rejects?
I mean, that's kind of what it seems like. It's just too much dating content in the intro video for my liking, right? I'm watching this for the strategy. If there's a showmance here and there, sure. But like
a lot of these seem to be from Ontario as well.
Yeah. Like our next house guest.
Ontario. Mm-hmm. Oh, what a coincidence. Janine, aka Janine, is from Toronto, Ontario.
Yes.
She's the second oldest house guest, coming in at 44 years.
Okay.
She's a hair and makeup artist. Not a hairdresser, not a hairstylist, but a hair artist.
Yeah. When she was rattling off like celebrities that she's worked with, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, I was like, oh, so she's like a big deal. Apparently she also has like a social media following. They showed her doing some of her tutorials. I was like, wow, that's really good. She's definitely talented.
She's married with 2 kids. Oh. Wait, more on those 2 kids later. And throughout the entire interview.
Yeah.
No more bad haircuts in the house, because she said she doesn't care if she hates you. She still wants you to look good.
I mean, that's good, because how many like terrible eviction day haircuts have we seen? Hair disasters.
Hair disasters, yeah. She's a super fan.
Woo!
She thinks she's perfectly positioned for this job, aka show, because she's a people person. And she's used to getting the best out of people, connecting with people. She's on social media, so she's got that whole thing.
I also wanted to incorporate her skills in hair and makeup into her gameplay, because she was like, I'd just be sitting there having a good time with somebody doing their hair or makeup, and maybe they start spilling their guts to me, which honestly, it's a possibility.
Who hasn't spilled their guts in the hair chair?
Oh my God, I always feel so awkward when I get my hair cut, because I'm just like, are we talking? Are you concentrating? Like, what are we doing here?
Over the hair dryer. It's like when you go to the dentist and they ask you a question and you're like, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You speak dentist.
Right.
She wants to be the first female winner over the age of 40. 40.
Okay. I'd like to see it.
Me too.
Her strategy. Her strategy also involves winning the first HOH, because she wants to be able to make those connections with people right away. And she wants to be a part of, this is going to happen. There's almost always some like 8-person gigantic alliance which forms. She wants to be a part of that. But then she also wants to have like a side alliance outside of that.
You say, ugh, but how would you feel if it was the bestest, creative, queer alliance.
But it's not gonna be. You know who's always in the 8-person alliances?
The bros.
Yeah. So she wants to be a part of that. Which I mean,
Mhm.
of course you don't want to be left out, but
I can really get behind her. The first thing that she wants to do with the winnings is take her kids out for ice cream.
It's cute.
Is it?
My
Come
concern
on,
with
buy
her,
something.
yeah, we see this season after season. Whenever there is an older house guest who has kids, they automatically become Mama blank. So Mama Janine. And I don't like that. Like they are a person outside of being a parent, and they are not your parents. Like
It's just with the women though, because like Marty had kids, right? And they weren't all like Daddy Marty.
Marty. Yeah.
He was just
Annoying.
crazy Marty.
Right. Like let her be her own person. And also, I mean, it could be a blessing and a curse because, they could see you as a mother figure and want to keep you around because it's comforting. But I also feel like they don't usually take the mother figure seriously. Like if that person makes it to the end, it's just like, oh, I'm going to take them to the final two because it's going to be a slam dunk vote wise. Because you kind of like put them in this box, and I don't want to see that happen.
Right.
But
how about those TikToks and stuff, social media posts that she was putting up? Those are pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it could help her connect with the youngs. We'll see. That's going to be a big obstacle, right? When you're one of the older house guests, to bridge that gap and make sure you're in with the younger crowd.
You know what's really going to get her in with the younger crowd?
What?
Talking about diarrhea and farts, and
there's a lot of poop talk.
People love that.
It's relatable.
It is relatable. Everybody does it.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, next up, we've got Kayla. We weren't saying last names. We've got Kayla.
26 from Stouffville, Ontario.
Yeah.
She's
Another Ontario.
Volleyball coach, but do you think she's also a substitute teacher?
This is not Flavor of Love, so probably not.
She says, I got the brains, I got the brawn, and I got the beauty.
We'll find out. I don't know. She's very focused on the brawn. She is super into volleyball.
She's a comp beast.
Yeah.
She is ready for showmance too.
I'm getting recruit vibes again. You know what really?
Talkative.
What?
She's talkative and sarcastic too.
Yeah,
Guys
I
love
like
that.
sarcasm. I think that's fun. But you know what really makes me think that she's a recruit?
What?
When she said in her little blurbs that she's interested to see how she does in the trivia challenges.
I didn't know this was quiz night.
I think she means like the mental competitions, but
I guess, but like
she doesn't seem to know the lingo here. It's kind of a dead giveaway.
By the way, she bought a car.
She mentioned that a lot.
I'm very proud of the fact that she bought a car.
Yeah.
Well, honey, just you wait and see what somebody else bought.
Yeah, right. I gotta say, much like Ibrahim, her video felt like a bachelorette audition video, right? There was a lot of emphasis on like, I'm physically fit, I'm hot, I'm single, I'm looking for a showmance.
Oh wait, she also wants a women's alliance.
That I can get behind. Like that's an interesting
possible, or do you think she just threw that out there?
She might have just thrown that out there. And I mean, we always see people say that, and then maybe like they find a showmance and they're like, forget it, I'm working with my showmance.
That's right.
So who knows? But I want to see great things from her. And I think she's going to be a strong competitor, but I don't know how much game strategy we're going to see.
Well, I think she's really going to be button horns with Lexus Jackson, which I thought was Luscious Jackson at first. And I was like, hey, that's a band.
It's a great name.
She's 24. And let's see.
Toronto.
Kayla is 26. I mean, they're direct competition to each other for the young bucks in this house.
So. Rivalry there. Throw Donna in the mix as well.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I feel like Donna is more down to earth.
Is she?
Like, I feel like Donna might care a little bit more about the game than these two.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Well, Lexus is from Toronto, Ontario. What a coincidence.
Yes.
She's a dental hygienist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how people can do that job. That just grosses me out.
Gotta be looking in mouths all day.
But she also has a hypnotizing aura
Oh,
called no bra.
I can't.
No bra.
I mean, again, she's a gorgeous girl. She's
She
talking about
didn't
how
pack any bras.
she's talking about how she always seems to get what she wants.
She knows she's hot.
I mean, I could see her convincing some guys to do what she wants, because they're going to be like,
Yeah. Like when a girl rejects a guy and they're like, you're not that hot anyway. They're not going to be saying that about her because she's hot.
I don't know. I kind of get the vibe that she's maybe lived in the pretty bubble a bit,
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody wants to say no to her.
She wants to be iconic.
I could see it. I mean, she's definitely got like the vibe for it.
Show me, don't tell me.
Yeah. She's self-admittedly high maintenance. Uh-oh.
She hates slow talkers, slow walkers, and slow drivers. Life in the fast lane. I think she's shallower than this puddle over here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, her strategy is to make everyone trust her, draw them in with her personality.
And her sex. It's like the prime of Miss Jean Brodie. She will be known for her sexy.
I did just read that book and it's wild. I got to rewatch that movie. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
She says she's gonna use manipulative honesty. I'd like to see that in action. I'm curious what that's all about.
That's an enigma wrapped in a mystery.
Yeah. Well, she did also mention that she has dated someone that was in the spotlight. I'm curious who that is. Has anybody done the research yet? I don't know.
Are in the Canadian spotlight or the American spotlight? Or
That's
the international spotlight?
I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out at some point because I want to know. Hopefully there's no NDAs involved.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah. But we'll see. I don't know. Do you think she's going to be good game-wise?
No.
I don't know if I see her calling shots, but I could see her being very influential.
Yeah.
If she's got like a group, she could help like get people on board. I just don't know if she's going to be making the decisions.
Do you think she'll be a Black Widow spy type where she'll infiltrate multiple sides, play both sides of the house? You
never know. You know what I would love to see?
What?
Elijah's looking for a ride or die. Imagine Elijah.
That would be amazing.
Lexus paired up. That would just be so unexpected.
Or better yet, an actual real showmance.
There you go.
Crazy.
All right. Well, we've got 3 more left to talk about.
Oh my goodness. Matthew from Surrey, British Columbia is next. 27 years old.
Oh.
So young.
Mm-hmm.
He's a kinesiologist. And
kinesiologist. I don't know how to say it.
Kinesiologist.
Kinesiologist.
I guess he's involved in the study of movement.
Right.
So couldn't that also be like factory workers or whatever to like enhance their movements so people don't get hurt, or
I'm almost
thinking just sports,
like a physical therapy type thing. I'm not really sure what exactly he does, but he obviously cares a lot about fitness, which makes sense with his job, of course, but like also we get it. We get it.
Yeah, he's hot. He's social, he's charming, he's compiste because he's ripped.
Little Brad Pitt.
Yeah, little Brad Pitt. I mean,
he resembles little Brad Pitt.
I kind of see it a little bit.
Little Brad Pitt?
A little bit of Brad Pitt.
I forgot who the other person was that he said.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, it was like Channing Tatum, which I do not see.
I don't see that.
No.
He'll do whatever it takes, Degrassi.
Well, okay, this was interesting because he was all, I'm going to stay true to my character and morals to the best of my ability. But then he's like, I'll do whatever I have to do to win because I'm not going to forget this is for money.
Well, he wants Canada to know the name Wong, but guess what? They already know.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that he is not familiar with many seasons of this show if he doesn't know that the last name Wong is already one of like the top
Iconic.
5, top 3 iconic names in this show because Ika Wong, hello. I guess he's not familiar with Ika. He's got some competition there. But yeah.
He's a recruit. He's a bro.
He does seem like a recruit.
He said no man's, but you know what? He said, I'm thirsty.
He walked that back awfully quickly.
Said, well, if there's some hot chicks like maybe Lexus or Kayla,
Yeah.
I'd like to play volleyball.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of showmance possibilities
I'd
here.
like a hypnotizing aura.
You're gonna do that every time.
Yeah. Yes. How many times did they mention hypnotizing aura in her written interview?
I want to say at least twice.
It was in the header. It was 3 times, I think. And she mentioned it in the video itself.
Yeah. Well,
That's
she's
her
trying to
brand,
hypnotize you. You know, she's got to sprinkle it in there.
branding.
Ooh, how do you think Matthew's doing the game?
Yeah. All right. So
I just asked you if you think he's gonna do it. You said, yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Okay.
I think he's gonna be middle of the road. I don't think he's gonna be great, but I don't think he's gonna be the first boot either.
Yeah. Again, I don't know that I see him being a shot caller.
No. He's a recruit. All right. Well, this guy's totally different. Up next is Todd. Todd is 31 from, and you can't make this up, Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Sounds delightful.
It does in Newfoundland. He's a goofy newfie.
Newfoundland and Labrador. He says he's the first house guest from Labrador.
He's a general contractor. He's fun loving with a big heart.
When he was talking about how small his town is, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be quite the culture shock for him, I think.
He wants to check all the boxes. He wants a showmance. He wants to take calculated risks.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to wear his banana hammock, which he has brought with his bush out.
He had that bright green, crazy ass Borat bathing suit.
It had a mustache when he put that thing on.
No, how's
Yeah,
Elijah gonna feel when he sees Todd coming into the hot tub wearing that?
Oh, no,
Elijah just wants his hot tub time.
he wants his hot tub time machine.
Yeah.
Todd is also potty mouth, so it's a good thing that there's not going to be live feeds.
Todd is the reason we can't have live feeds because the sponsors won't like that cursing.
Canada
Trash mouth.
is very conservative when it comes to the house guest cursing.
Yeah, you know they always have that announcement like, house guests, please remember, like Canada's watching.
Yeah, they don't like it. It's anything goes in America. You can say anything, and like they've had to bleep stuff during the live show with Julie too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really embarrassing that you can't keep it in your pants for 2 seconds while Julie's talking. Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, Canada has more of an issue with that because they do have so many sponsors.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Julie does not like those coarse languages either.
Yeah, so he's got a potty mouth. I'm not getting a lot of game vibes from him.
I think he's just the goofy newfie because they had to get somebody from Newfoundland because that's how Canada rolls. They like to be well represented. They like to be, they want representation on the show.
Yeah.
Geographical too.
I feel like he's here for a good time, not necessarily a long time.
He's a good time, Todd.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to be like cutthroat and such.
Will he be walking around naked?
I mean, it's possible. It's very possible. I could see some streaking happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you getting like Jelinski vibes from Survivor? Jelinski.
Final house guest. Sorry, little technical difficulties there. Sorry.
Partner technical difficulties.
On the road. Last up, we have Vivek or Vivek.
Oh.
25 years old, so young. From Saint New Brunswick.
Okay, he's one of our youngsters.
Software developer, so you know he's a smarty pants.
Yes, and he's also in the reserve forces.
Nice.
Very cool.
He's single. He's a super fan.
Mm-hmm.
He's into a showmance. Oh, this just keeps getting better and better.
He's like a legit super fan. He was talking about how he watches Canada, US, Australia, UK. So like he's really putting in the work. He loves this game, and that is really exciting for us, right? As viewers, we want to see people who love the game play.
He won't give up, unlike that dude on Survivor last night.
Zelensky. I still
He's
can't
also
believe that.
got the moves like Jagger.
Oh yeah, his dancer. I hope we get to see that at some point.
Yeah. He bought a house.
What?
He bought a house, not a car, at the age of 25.
Very impressive.
25.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I wish I could buy a house.
Yeah, I know.
So strategy wise, he was talking about how he wants to have a ride or die and then also be a part of a bigger alliance. I mean, you know who else is looking for that ride or die? Elijah.
Yeah.
But Vivek said he would potentially cut his ride or die at the final 3.
Uh-oh. He'll win at all costs because he wants to be the first Indian winner. He also wants to inspire other immigrants. Let them know that anything is possible.
Love that. He's also saying, you know, he's gonna lay low for a bit and then get more aggressive after the jury starts. And this is kind of where the interview took like a darker turn. He was saying he's a shit stirrer. He's ready to lie, cheat, manipulate. But I'm like, yeah, bring it on. Stir that shit.
You think you think he'll be a successful villain, or do you think it's just inexperienced talking?
I mean, you always see the people who go in and they're like, I'm not afraid to be a villain. And then they start crying that they want to go home after like the first hour or, you know. So I would like to see some good-natured villains, right? We don't need any like actually atrocious stuff happening here, but we want just some like some clean villainry.
Some clean shit stirring.
Yes. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to ruin somebody's life. It's okay. But no. But I think I remember when we were going through all of the house guests, he was the last one that we watched, and we were both kind of like, oh, okay. Because it was like a nice breath of fresh air to read his bio. Yeah, it was nice to see what he had to say. I think he's an interesting character, and I think he's going to be a good one to watch.
I think he'll be charming.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll be a villain, but I think he'll be a nice guy.
Yeah. He's not afraid to make moves, it looks like.
Yeah. But I don't think he's going to be like cutthroat.
One thing that I do fear with somebody who loves the game so much and has seen so much of it, you always worry, are they going to play too hard too fast? So hopefully that's not going to be the case here.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But those are all of our newbies, right? And then we're going to have the 2 mystery all-stars. Who do you think it's going to be?
Probably somebody that I don't want to see, but I feel like
I think it's definitely going to be like a guy and a girl, probably.
Yeah, Canada seems to be pretty fair with it being like a guy and a girl. Like I said, I'd love to see Karen, and I'd love to see actually either one of the Kevins, Kevin Martin or Kevin Jacobs.
Yeah. I'd love to see Spicy V come back. And I think that's a legit possibility.
That'll be a lot of fun. I don't think it's going to be an Ica. I don't think it's going to be Ica's fiance there. Wouldn't that be fun if it was like summer camp counselors and it would be like Ica and her fiance? I can't think of his name. Oh, Dimitri's.
Honestly, I feel like I could see like a Gino or somebody coming back. I feel like he's like production production would be drooling over him to come back.
Would
So I don't know.
he be a winner or a non-winner?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be non-winners, but who knows? Can you believe how much the light has changed since we started?
All right, so we went through another technical issue. My freaking laptop just decided to like crap top.
So I think we're going to just
not tempt fate anymore.
We're going to end things before it gets messed up again. So we want to know from you guys, what do you think about this new cast so far? Are you loving it? Who do you not like? Who do you think is going to be amazing? Let us know in the comments.
Who do you think the 2 all-stars are going to be?
Yeah, we want to hear that.
How do you think they're going to arrive at those 2? Do you think they have 2 already picked out, or do you think it's going to be like some sort of a comp situation where there's, like they have 4 young bucks and young Clarices,
I didn't even think of that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Because usually they do that.
Oh, you know who else I could see coming back? Like Jed or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not going to get all crazy with that because who knows when our computers are going to mess up again.
I know.
Thank you all so much for watching. We will be covering the digital dailies this season, just like we did last season. So we hope you'll join us for that. I know a lot of you are bummed that it's not live feeds, but we'll take what we can get. So
I don't know what we're going to be doing live and what we're going to be doing recorded. It's definitely going to be a mix.
Yeah, bear with us as we kind of figure things out.
Yeah.
But thank you all so much for watching. We will see you soon. And until next time, much love.
Bye. Bye.